Well, hi there. Yeah, President Trump used the word communist to describe Mamdani today and threatened to arrest him if he becomes mayor and defies ICE agents. Mayor Eric Adams also asked to weigh in today.
We can win back voters many have written off if we give them something to vote for.
Zohran Mamdani releasing this campaign video as he officially became the Democratic nominee for New York City mayor. He pointed out he won in neighborhoods that had voted Republican in the presidential election.
Those voters came back. Brighton Beach went for Trump by 44 points. Last week, we won it by 16.
The New York City Board of Elections releasing the results Tuesday. After round 3 of ranked choice voting, Mamdani got more than 545,000 votes for 56%. Andrew Cuomo got 44%. The Mamdani win credited to young voters like Jasmine Kay, who runs a youth civic group, 18 by Vote.
They reached out with digital media. I mean, they were on TikTok, they were on Instagram. They also had a strategy directly in people's DMs.
In Florida, President Trump was asked what his message to Mamdani would be if Mamdani becomes New York City mayor and tries to defy ICE.
Well, then we'll have to arrest him. Look, we don't need a communist in this country, but if we have one, I'm going to be watching over him very carefully on behalf of the nation. We send him money. We send him all the things that he needs to run a government.
What could the president withhold from New York City if Mamdani, who is a Democratic socialist, wins? Dan Cassino, a political scientist at Fairleigh Dickinson University, says it could hurt.
The city is still getting, think about $7 billion a year in direct transfers from the federal government. And almost all of that is for education and services for the poor. Now, we should say all of this, saying, well, if I don't like your mayor, I'm going to cut, spending that's been allocated by Congress and passed by Congress. That is all illegal. Like, you're not allowed to do that at all.
Mamdani issued a statement in response to Trump's comments, saying in part, his statements don't just represent an attack on our democracy, but an attempt to send a message to every New Yorker who refuses to hide in the shadows. If you speak up, they will come for you. We will not accept this intimidation. Mayor Eric Adams, who will face off against Mamdani in November, was asked for a comment on Trump's threat of arrest and responded with this about ICE.
We're not going to collaborate if it comes down to civil enforcement. The law doesn't allow us to do that. And anyone that is an elected or not should never interfere with federal authorities carrying out their function.
I am hopeful, particularly, that young people continue to think about, not just this election as a one-off, but a way to be more civically involved to, for many years to come, and to not feel, intimidated, particularly by what's coming out of Washington.
Now, President Trump also said of Mamdani that a lot of people are saying he's here illegally and that he's going to look into that. However, there's no evidence of that. Mamdani became a naturalized U.S. citizen in 2018. We are live here in Lower Manhattan. Eileen LaPalmer, Pix 11 News.